Hi guys, so it's Luke here of SimBoxx in association with Clint Patrick. We're down here at the People's Gym in Haywood for the public workout, the live workout ahead of April 8's ViciousPromotions card. Delighted to be joined by Macauley McGowan. Macauley, it's been a long time coming, mate. How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks, yeah. Good.
Yeah, so we're back out April 8th, looking to get back to winning ways. I want to go back through your most recent record. So if you look at your record, it was 14-0-1. Not really getting that many opportunities. Yeah. I know you look at the last 3 fights that you've had, Kulama, I think I'm saying his name right. Kulama, some serious operator. And then Kieran Conway on a big card, and then the legend Sergio Martinez. Some run of form, and although none of the fights went your way, some experience, I'm guessing, to go through that run of form.
Yeah, of course. If I'm not a better fighter through them 3 losses, then I don't know what will make me a better fighter. So I definitely learned from him, and I'm looking to show. I haven't been able to. Alright, I went with Joe after my 2 losses, and then I boxed Sergio Martinez. Obviously I was boxing a legend in Sergio Martinez, so I wouldn't really be able to show me improvements, or people wouldn't be able to see them. Whereas now, when I've come down a few levels, people will start seeing the improvements, and that I do take the sport seriously.
So with Sergio Martinez, like you say, he's a legend in the ring. He's been away for a few years, but he's come back and he's 45, 46 years of age. Yeah. Did he feel like a 45, 46-year-old man when he was in there, or did he feel every bit as good as the legend suggests?
No, he obviously isn't Sergio Martinez when he was 36, 37, which was his prime, even though that's not prime for some fighters, it was his prime. But he controlled me. Looking back on the fight, I kicked myself. He controlled me. He was the Grandmaster v the young bull, and even though physically I probably should have, I was probably a bit fitter than him. I mean, aesthetically, he looked amazing. Not saying anything there, but no, he was just too smart for me. He just knew too much. And even though he had probably lost a lot of his good attributes, he still knew too much for me, and that's where it come down to.
So where did that kind of opportunity come around from? Because it's quite the opportunity to fight somebody like Sergio Martinez. Where did that come from? Yeah,
well, nothing was coming, and then I thought, right, I'm just going to get a few on a smaller shows, get a few wins out, and then just before Christmas it come out of nowhere, and I was like, I'm not turning that down. Even though I'd had my 2 losses, and I was thinking I need to go down a few weights, I thought, no way I'm going to passing up that opportunity to fight Sergio Martinez. Yeah, so I took it, and what an experience it was, and what a camp me and Joe had, everything I learned, it was unbelievable.
So the fight before that, Kieran Conway, that was on the anti-Joshua undercard.
Yeah.
I remember watching that, even as a fan of boxing, and you hear people like Darren Barker and Chris Lloyd and the guys that are doing the media for Matchroom. They was just really impressed with how you carry yourself fight week. That you typical Mac lad, you have a laugh, you make the most of it. It was almost like a fan with a license at times, and your ring walk was brilliant, you just didn't care, and that's your kind of personality, I guess, So yeah, take us back to that. That's a huge fight week, would have been an anti-Joshua show. How was that for an experience?
Yeah, so I'd lost to Kuluk Met, which was a terrible loss, and I'd actually had a cut eye, and I was 28 days, and then the fight got offered to Kieran. Actually rang me up, I think it was a Saturday night, and I was eating a pizza, and he said, Kieran Conway. I was thinking, no, I know he's that middleweight. I don't really want to be boxing at that, and then couldn't sleep that night. So that Sunday morning, I thought, tomorrow on Monday, I could rather go to the AJ fight week, or I could be going to work as a labourer on site. So I just thought, I know which one I'm going to take. So I thought, to hell with it. I'm going to go on that fight week, and I'm going to make the most of it. And even though the decision didn't go my way, I was happy. I was in a big stage. So from the age of being a kid, from 8, 9, I always thought, when I get that big stage, I hope I don't fold and go within myself. I hope my personality, I'm still me. And I just took it by the horns, and I just went for it. I started on people. I was giving Conway rubbish, and obviously I would have loved to have won. I would have loved to have had a better fight, but I come out better for that as well.
So was that the fight week with the whole drama in the hotel and with this and the Florian Mark?
Well, I always looked at them COVID bulls, and I thought, when 2 boxers are giving each other rubbish, they're in the same hotel, go and have it. So, and that's what come my way, sort of thing.
That was superb. It was really entertaining to watch that back on social media. Do you ever have a chance to sit down and watch that back and kind of take it in a little bit more?
No, I think it's a bit cringy. Yeah, no, I don't do that. I just shut it off. No chance.
So you mentioned there, obviously, Joe Gallagher in the corner now. He's a world-class trainer. He's got an elite stable. He's been there. He's done that. World champion after world champion. How did the opportunity come to work with Joe Gallagher?
Well, Joe, he actually boxed with my dad at Winshaw Forum. Joe's first amateur coach, Jimmy Egan, was actually my first amateur coach, Jimmy Egan. Obviously, Joe was Jimmy Egan's first set of lads. I was Jimmy Egan's last set of lads before he passed away. So it's crazy how it come. I always spoke to Joe just sporadically over Instagram and stuff, and then I was at a bit of a loose end, and I just said, "Look, Joe, are you taking any fighters last summer?" And he said, "Come down tomorrow." And that was it. He never said, "Yeah, I'm taking on, you're with us." Bye. Just took it each day as it come. I think he was impressed by. I think I get a bit of a reputation of being dedicated and stuff, and I think Joe just thought whether I've got skill or whether I'm better than he thought or whatever. I think he was just impressed with how much I just took everything he said and I kept coming. And I think that's what swayed him to think, you know what, I'll keep this kid on.
So I think it might be a bit of a black and white question, but compare me the Macauley McGowan of today, the Macauley McGowan the day before you went and joined Joe Gallagher's gym.
I don't know, just a lot more mature, a lot more love for the game, kind of a bit of a direction of how I should be. I'm a bit all over the place before I went with Joe. Not so much a bit in the ring, bit not knowing who I was as a boxer. And Joe just lays it no, this is who you are, this is what we're doing, and just direction. I think, people call Joe a world-class trainer, and he gets a lot of stick, but he's also a world-class person. So, people don't like to mention that bit.
Absolutely, it's good to hear. He's always been a really good guy with us at SimBoxx with the M22 promotion cards and things like that. Yeah, so I agree with you there, mate. But yeah, let's look at April 8th. Returning to Manchester, I'm sure that's a big moment for yourself, being from Winshaw, fighting in your home city. How excited are you to perform in front of your own fans, be able to sell tickets and bring your family, your friends, your fans to come and watch you box after a couple of years, a few years actually?
Well, to be honest, I like to be a bit of a fucking recluse, so I ain't selling tickets. Nah, fucking have to chase my mates. My mates that I speak to every day, I have to chase them for money. No, of course. It's all worth the while. When you get out of the ring and You've beat someone that in the past I've beat people that I'm supposed to beat, and I look out and see my mates from primary school absolutely buzzing the face off it. It is great, and I think that's what I've missed. I've missed getting out of the ring and straight away seeing my family, seeing my mum, seeing my wife. I've missed that, so that's something I'm really going to enjoy.
Absolutely, and so we get the win April 8th. God willing, fingers crossed. What's 2022 hold from Macauley McGowan?
I want to be active. I know that's a rubbish answer to the question, but I just want to be active. I want a bit of runner fights because I've had a few losses, my 3 fights, even though they've been great, they've been sporadic, I'll take that, and I've just took, I want to get a bit of a runner form and then go, right, that's a good fight for me, and take that, and you'll see a lot better fighter, to be honest.
We're excited to follow the journey, to see you back in Manchester. I wish you the best luck with the fight, and we'll catch up on Fight Night.
Yeah, top man.